Good evening, good evening. I'm Jimmy, your Stu Torres. Welcome to Hump Day Cocktail Hour. How's everybody doing today? Seems like we got a good crowd in the house already. Welcome, you guys. Thank you for coming in. This is something, instead of doing our Hump Day Cup of Joe that I normally would do in the mornings, and we can't drink coffee at night, can we? I suppose we can, but that would definitely keep me up all night. So we thought we would do something a little different, and this is our cocktail hour, our happy hour. And why not? It's Wednesday. It's the middle of the week, and we're pushing our way towards the weekend. So why not? Welcome, you guys. Let me go through the chat real quick before we get into making the cocktail for the Hump Day Cocktail Hour. Cruising is fun anytime is here. Thank you for coming in. Saying hi to everybody. Bone Tired Travelers. Hello, my friends. Thank you for coming in. Yo, Brooklyn in the house, y'all. Hello, Cheryl, Denise, Dwayne, and Jimmy. Hi there, Eddie. I hope you're doing well. Oh, and he says, and Jeremy. And thank you for coming in. People are saying hi. Blaine is here. Hi, Blaine. How are you, my friend? Thanks for coming in. Let's see. People are saying hello. Hey, Jimmy, are you old enough to be drinking, mister? Well, shh, don't tell my dad. But I'm going to do like we did when we were young, and we'll sneak a cocktail. That's just ginger ale. Shh. That is. It's only ginger ale. It's a mocktail. Let's see who else is with us. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. What? No coffee? You can have coffee if you'd like, my friend. So I drink coffee throughout the morning, just about till 10, 11 o'clock. And then I have coffee again at 3 p.m. We have coffee hour at work. And so I have another coffee right at 3 before I leave to come home. And that's it for me for the day. So, we don't partake. Hello, Najuma. How are you? It's good to see you. Thank you for coming in. We don't partake in much alcohol during the week, but I said, why not? Like I said, it's hump day. So, Eddie says he drinks coffee all day. I sleep better, right? Alex Chapdelaine is with us. Hello, my friend. Glad that you could come in. You're here for happy hour. Awesome. Together We Travel is here. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for coming in. It's great to see everybody here. Let's see. Alex is saying he has 2 bowls of dark beer Irish stew today. It was awesome. That's right. It is. We're getting close to St. Patrick's Day, aren't we? It's time for a Jack and a cigar. All right. Well, I would love to have a cigar right now, but I don't smoke in the studio. So, although I do have a cigar bar in the lower level of the home, but so good to see you all. Thank you guys for all of you for coming in. It is much appreciated. And so why don't we get to it why don't we get to it while we're here? Let me do this first, like I do on every stream. We'll share out the link if anybody wants to come up on the panel. Of course, you're always welcome. And I'll see you in the green room and you can come up. So this is what we're making tonight. It is a Manhattan. Sticking with last week's theme, which was whiskey. We're gonna make a Manhattan. I've never actually had one before, so I thought, what the heck? I like my whiskey, and I'm not a big clear liquor drinker. I don't drink rum that often, although when I'm on a cruise, I certainly do. And I don't drink vodka as well. And that's right, Eddie. That's right, New York City. Oh, New York City, baby. I was trying to find the history of it, and certainly, where do you think they're saying it was invented? It was in New York City, right? Of course, on the island of Manhattan. Alice is here with us. Good morning, Alice. Good morning. See, I'm used to doing my morning streams. Good evening, I should say. The missus is in the house. Najuma's saying hi. Not everyone knows I'm a troublemaker. All right, so let's get down to this. So, I have the recipe. It's pretty simple. So we need a mixer. I got my mixing glass, my trusty mixing glass. We need to put some ice in there, of course. So we'll put a couple ice cubes. This drink has to be cold. All right, so I want to introduce to you all. This is Steadfast Spirits. This is the barrel-proof bourbon. This is made by a very good friend of mine. It's distilled right here in New Hampshire. You can find it online. This is 114 proof, barrel-proof bourbon, and it's fantastic. I was speaking with him today. I told him I was going to feature his spirits on the show tonight, and he wants us to do a Hump Day cocktail hour from the distillery, and we can do our happy hour there, as well as give you all a tour of the brewing process up there. So more to follow. I'll get together with him and we'll coordinate when we're going to do that. But I think that would make a nice live, don't you? We'll go in and show you the place. Colleen and I did a video on his place last year. So if you want to get a little head start on it, you can go to our channel and you can check that video out as well. But this is made right here in Concord, New Hampshire, Steadfast Spirits and Distilling Company. All right, so calls for 2 ounces of whiskey. There we go. It calls for some vermouth, 1 ounce of vermouth. So we'll do that. I'm making a mess everywhere, of course. So we'll do 1 ounce of vermouth. And then a couple drops of Angostura bitters here, which is a favorite of mine, and they go in a... Last week we did the old fashioned, and it called for the bitters as well. So we'll put that in there. Then we're going to stir it up, get it nice and cold. Then we strain it into a cocktail glass. See if I can do this without making a mess. So far, so good. And then the last thing, of course, is a maraschino cherry. And there we have it, folks. There's the Manhattan. So now, let's see how it is. I've never had one, so I could hate it. It's actually very good. I was going to say it's dry, and that would obviously be the vermouth. There's just a tad bit of sweetness there from the cherry, and of course the bourbon does it right. So has anybody had a Manhattan before? Anyone in the chat? That's my first one, so it's very good. So there you have it. That is the Manhattan cocktail. And, cheers, everybody. Happy Hump Day. So I hope you had a good week so far. It is Hump Day. St. Patrick's Day is coming up on, is that Friday, right? Friday, the 17th. Anybody got any plans for St. Patty's Day? Let's get back to the chat. Let's see, where did I miss? So, people were saying hi. Eddie says nice plug. So yeah, they're like I said, a good friend of mine. Certainly not a sponsor yet, but they're like I said, it's very good. He does really good. He makes traditional American whiskey as well, which is not it's not aged, so it's more like moonshine. It's the way that they did it back in the colonial era here in the United States. So, Chance the Travels is here. Hello to you, and I believe you have your live tonight, right, at 7. So we'll go over, and if that's the case, we'll go over and we will do a raid when we're done. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. Mike Clock is here from the Clock Family Adventures. Hi, Mike. How are you, my friend? Blaine says, Jimmy the bartender. Yeah, I kind of enjoy it. So if you're a regular to our channel, you've probably heard me talk about it before, but what's this say about Colleen and I? We have 2 bars at the house. So I have my whiskey cigar bar downstairs on the lower level. It's all done in that traditional kind of men's club looking with a lot of dark wood, cherry-colored wood, cherry-colored bar. And that's where I go and enjoy a cigar in a glass of whiskey or scotch. And then on the back deck, where we used to have the pool, we put in a tiki bar. So in the summertime, we'll sit out there and we'll entertain. And that's when I'll have a little bit of rum. I'll mix up a tiki drink, a tropical cocktail, usually from something that we get from one of our cruises. I know on there's a drink on Carnival that I've had, and they split it in half. It's half pina colada and half like frozen mango. I forget what they call it, but it's very, very good. You guys could probably tell better than I can. Cruising Scene is here. Hi. Thank you for coming in, guys. We appreciate you all for dropping by. Everybody is saying hi. Yes, so Shannon's saying tonight at 7, and she's going to talk all about the Helen trip, which I saw some of the videos and some of the photographs from that. That looked like a lot of fun. So we'll go over and we'll do a raid over to Chance of Travels at 7 when we finish up here. Alex says, what about, let's see. What about the tiki bar outside? So yeah, so we have that tiki bar out there. I did a morning live from there. I had coffee out at the tiki bar last summer. We'll have to do another live out there. Maybe once the snow melts and it gets a little warmer outside, maybe we'll do one of our Wednesday hump days live from Tiki Jim's Dockside Tiki Bar. So we need a bar tour on a Wednesday cocktail. Okay, so there you go, right? We'll do a virtual bar crawl. I'll show you both of the bars. Is that what that's called? A Miami Vice. Thank you, Will. And good evening to you. Thank you for coming in. That drink's really good. Half and half. And can't drink too many. They're very sweet, but I enjoy those. They're very good. I'm definitely something I'll have on the booze cruise for sure in October. Everyone's saying hi to everybody. So welcome in. And Alex says spring starts on Monday. Whoop. Good evening. Spring starts on Monday next week. I'm sure it will take till April to feel like spring. Yeah, so if you've been following along here or you're from the Northeast, we got slammed Monday night and then yesterday until about this morning. We got blizzard-like conditions, a nor'easter. Here at the house, we got well over a foot of snow, concrete snow, wet, heavy, sticky, hard to snow blow. It was terrible. If anybody's familiar with that type of snow, you'll know exactly what we're talking about. Took hours to clear the driveway. I work in the fire service, and there were car crashes everywhere, trees and wires down everywhere. The roads were a mess. It just makes me long to move to somewhere more tropical. Speaking of moving somewhere more tropical, Saturday, Colleen and I are going to board a flight out of Manchester, New Hampshire, and we're heading down to Florida, which should be a lot of fun. I can't wait. We're going to spend about 8 or 9 days down there. Who knows? Maybe I'll just won't come back. But we're going to visit my parents live there. I want to visit with them. John and Nancy from J&N Travels, they've been snowbirding the last couple winters, so they're going to be down there. We're going to meet up with those guys, have some lunch, and then sometime around Tuesday of next week, Colleen and I are heading out to the west coast of Florida, out to Bonita Springs, and we're going to spend another, 4 or 5 days there until we make our way back up to Tampa and get on a plane and come home. So, but yeah, so I'm excited for that. We're going to take lots of videos and do a collab with John and Nancy, and we're going to be going to Disney Springs. I know that. I made reservations to take my parents to a place called Raglan Road in Disney Springs, which is an Irish pub and restaurant. And if you've been there, it's quite a place. If you haven't been there, it's someplace I think you should at least check out. There's a lot of live Irish music, live Irish dancers, and your typical Irish fare for food. So it's a lot of fun. It's kind of tough to get into, so I actually made reservations today, which they highly recommend that you do it ahead of time. Blaine says, yes, spring is Monday, and also my last year in my 30s. Come on. When's your birthday? What month, Blaine? Your last year, 39. I remember 39. We responded to 8 calls for service since Tuesday. That's a lot for Auburn. I remember those days in Connecticut. You're in Texas now. Yeah, you don't get too much snow down there. Oh, they do, but hopefully where you're at, it's nice and warm all the time. Yeah, we're going to definitely get to the ocean. Colleen told me, Alex, that she is going to make me go to the beach 1 or 2 days. So we're definitely going to be on the beach. No RV trip, not yet. The RV is still in bed and it's covered in snow. So I'll probably open that up mid to late April when we know that the threat of snow and freezing temperatures are gone. That's when I'll open it up. But the Gaylors are saying we got about a foot in central New York, but it was not really wet. Yeah, we got the real wet stuff. Those nor'easters pick up all that moisture off the ocean. They spin around and and then they dump that water-soaked snow. It's awful. It's like concrete. It really is. If you step on it before you shovel it, it's really hard to get that off the ground at that point. But March 20th is your birthday. Right on. First day of spring. Well, happy birthday, Blaine. We'll make sure that we celebrate next week. Look who is in the house. It's Sean. Good day to you, my friend. Good evening. It's a lovely 28 degrees Celsius today. You should come down here. I know. I really want to. It's that damn boss of mine. The guys, don't get me wrong. Love my boss, but it's hard to get away. But you never know. 2 years. And if you guys are, I'm sure everyone's familiar about the New Year's cruise in 2025, sailing out of Sydney, going to the South Pacific Islands, a 14-day cruise, I believe, and that's going to be a lot of fun. I'd like to be able to go, but you never know. Never know what could happen. Let's see who's watching the pups. We do have a pup sitter when we're going, so it is Thursday. Well, it's actually Wednesday. You guys are in the future. You live in the future. But it's still Wednesday here. We're stuck in that time, that international timeline. CME Travels, I know that they were talking about the international date line this morning. I think it was them, or was it Chet and Robin? I forget. I think it was Chet and Robin now that I think about it. Sea Leg Journeys. Let's see. Who let the ducks in here? Those down under cruisers, they have a way of getting in, don't they? No, it's good to see you guys, Sean. Thank you for coming in. We appreciate it. I know it's morning there. You must be working. I won't tell your boss. Let's see. What's Thursday? So I think he's saying that it's Thursday now where he's at. So everybody's saying hi. Eddie's saying Georgia is nice all year. Just saying. I know that. You're here incognito eating. Well, you know what? Your lurking pass is good here. So you're always welcome to come in. And I appreciate you guys coming in. I kind of do the lurking thing during your live in the morning because I'm usually at my desk at work. And I try to keep the volume down and I try to say hi without getting too much, getting noticed too much at my desk. We are on the right time of things. Yep, we're on the right side of the line. They may drive on the wrong side of the road, but we're on the right side of time over here. Nick P is with us. Hi, Nick. He's working a ton, but that's all right. Working towards your Australian trip in 2024. Sean, the boss just walked in. Shh. Got to turn the volume down. Blaine says, I know, but 39 got here quick and keeps getting quicker. It's going to continue to get quicker, my friend. My birthday's in June, and I turned 59 in June. And I feel like I was just 39. It went by very, very, very quickly. So just enjoy it. Live for today, like we always say. And I'm going to put out the link again. If anybody wants to drop in and say hi, you're certainly welcome. The drink of the day, if you've just come in, is the Manhattan. Cheers. That's very good. It's strong. So I don't know how many of these I'll be drinking. Maybe 2. Who knows? You're turning 59 in October. It sneaks up fast, right? Exactly. Doesn't it feel like we were just 39? Or it feels like I was just 29. It goes by quick. Ashley Ratliff is with us. Good evening, Ashley. How are you, my friend? Oh, you like the music? See, it's our cocktail hour. Our cocktail hour music. So I hope it's not too loud. If it is, let me know. But we're gonna have to start to do it. I'll move it down into the bar, and then we can play the music and maybe have some people in the background. Hire some actors and just feed them some of the alcohol as payment. Sean says, Jimmy, I'm not allowed to drink. My boss is watching me. You and I were drinking one night. I remember that. We were both enjoying a cocktail together. I don't know how that meshed up either. One of us was drinking in the daytime. That's right. Live for today, because tomorrow isn't guaranteed, and that is darn tooting. You're darn tooting, Nick. But that's true. You just never know. You really don't. Hate DLS. It's a waste. What is DLS? I'm sorry. Showing my ignorance. Oh, I missed one of the things Sean said up here. He said, Charlie, you come on when I'm in bed. Oh, daylight savings. Gotcha. Okay. And out for us will be a more palatable time. Right, exactly. I think they're going to, at least here in the States, I'm hoping, I think all of us are hoping they're just going to leave it like it is now that we've changed it. We did spring forward last Sunday. It's nice because, let's see, what time is it here? Eastern Standard, 6:22 p.m. And the sun's still up. And I like that. For me, the sun is important. The most sunlight I can get during the day is good for me, and I'm sure many of us would agree that the sunlight is good. It's good for my disposition. Keeps me in a chipper mood, and I can get more done. The longer there's light, I can get more done outside, especially working all day. Although I do get out at 4 p.m. in the afternoon, so especially in the summertime, I still have several hours of sunlight in order to do what I need to do. Get the RV ready to go, or mow the lawn, which I do enjoy, those kind of things. Or hang out at the tiki bar when it's warm. Shannon says, I'd like to keep it this way. Me too. I am definitely with you. Alex says, from what I've heard, 2022 was the last year the clocks go back, from what the president has mentioned. Well, I hope so. I think they have to vote on it in Congress, but let's keep our fingers crossed. And more outside music, right? I know for me, I enjoy playing gigs outdoors. Hey, we got someone in the green room. Hey there, Eddie.
What's happening?
There you go.
How you doing?
Doing fantastic. How about you, my friend? Let me lower the volume on this music.
Doing pretty good, sir.
There we go.
I had some stuff done on my leg today, so.
I saw you posted a picture. How's it going?
Yeah. So Alice just took the bandage off, the wrap that I had on, and it's burning down by the ankle right now. But it's not that bad. It's cooling up a little bit, but it feels like a rash.
Yeah.
So
it's gonna take time, right?
Yeah.
What can you do?
Yep.
So how you been otherwise? Good?
Other than that, we had a great time in Helen this past weekend. I got to meet a bunch of people. Unfortunately, Blaine was there too, so I had to deal with him. There were no Georgia Police Department around to help me control that big dude, but we dealt with him.
Hi, Vicky. How are you? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, he what I just saw some he says, "Oh, Eddie. Oh, it's Eddie. I need to leave. Something has come up."
Good. He won't be picking on me.
Blaine, don't leave. You don't need
Hey,
to leave.
it's all talk. He's scared. You see, he got scared with me.
He's a big teddy bear, right?
Something like that.
So, how's the weather in Georgia right now? Is it nice and warm?
Right now it's in the 60s. A nice day. It was pretty cold this morning in the low 30s. It's nothing to you anyway.
Right.
But it got warmer, so it's 60s now. When I went to get Alice at work, I had the windows down, so it was pretty nice coming back home. So it might get a little cooler tonight.
Yeah, that's not bad though. The cool
Yeah,
nights and warm days. Um,
compared to what we used to get in New York, this is nice.
yeah,
I
well, you
that's
know exactly what we're talking about when I was talking about all the snow and the cold we've had.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Um,
Thank God I don't have to deal with that stuff anymore.
Ashley Ratliff is here with us. Hi,
I'll
Ashley.
see.
How are
Hi,
you?
I'm doing good.
It's good to see you.
Thank you. I had surgery Monday.
Oh, you did?
hmm
What surgery did you have?
I had foot surgery.
How are you making out? You okay?
Yeah, but my husband ain't taking care of me.
Well, he better step up.
I
Time
know.
to redo then.
Right? It's time
I
for
locked,
the redo.
I locked him out of the house last night for not taking care of me. So.
Okay.
Nick says he has a plan in place to meet Sean in person. That should definitely be interesting right before my scheduled train trips across Australian outback. Does Sean know about this, Nick? You may want to reconsider.
You really want to meet Sean?
Are you sure?
Oh no. Better be careful.
I got my stickers the other day, Jimmy.
Oh, you did? Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm glad you got them. You got one of these, right? One of the old ones, right?
Yes.
Yeah. This is the last one of these that I have. They're all the other ones are the new. We switched over to the new logo, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, good. I'm glad you got them. So, and if anybody wants a sticker, just email us at the astute tourist at Gmail, and give me your address, and we'll send you out a sticker.
How you been, Eddie?
Hang in there.
Okay,
Little,
Eddie. Did you hear about Z?
no.
He's heartbroken.
Okay. C's, we could talk about C in another time.
Yes.
Go ahead,
I'm
go ahead.
still here. We had great fun with Eddie and everyone else. I saw some of the pictures and some of the videos. Looked like it was a great time. One thing I've never had is spaghetti ice.
Oh my lord.
I hear
Yum.
it's yummy. Yeah, I hear it's very good.
Yum yum yum.
Vicky says she's in the car with Terry, just heading out to order chickens. Awesome. Yeah, that's something we're considering doing, is getting chickens again. We had several back in the day, but I'm thinking about maybe getting half a dozen and raising some laying hens again. I had
Oh, I
like
thought you were talking about like KFC or
no, I think she's talking about live chickens.
We
okay.
got 20, no, I bought more today, so we got 25 laying hens.
You have them now, Ashley?
Yes.
Yeah, right on. I love it. I think it's great. I grew up on a small little farm, and we had a lot of small farm animals, ducks and chickens and rabbits and sheep and cows and pigs, and we were pretty much self-sustaining. Big garden, a lot of canning, and when my kids were little, we got some chickens because I wanted to show them what life was like when I was a kid, you know. And the eggs are the best. There's nothing like fresh eggs. Let's
That's right.
see.
Talking about
What?
that, I went to the supermarket today to go get eggs. I got a bunch of stuff. I forgot the eggs.
Isn't that the way? You go there for one thing, and then you're like, oh, I should pick this up. I need to get that. And then you leave without getting what you wanted. Shannon says she had such a good time. She's going to feature that on her show tonight. And she's coming up at 7 p.m. EST right after our show here tonight. We'll go over and give her a big, a nice big astute tourist raid over there. So let's see. Cruising Scene says we met Sean. He's a great guy. Are you sure? Did he pay you for that?
Yeah.
I think there's some sort of gratuity going on there. Vicky, all you have to do is email me your address, and I'll definitely send you one out. Put on the bus for sure. Yes, on the bus. If you haven't been over to Hope Bus's channel, my good friend Victoria, you should see her husband Terry and her the bus they're working on, so they can do some road tripping, and it's beautiful. They're doing it themselves, and it's great. So honestly, you need to go over and check out their channel. They're doing a fantastic job in that thing, way better than I could ever do. Blaine says, I got me an Eddie Lugo Studios mug. I used it as a urinal.
Oh, Blaine.
Yikes.
And then whatchamacallit, then he tries to be nice. See?
Yeah. Well, he jams you, and then he tries to make friends again.
Yeah.
Hey, cheers, everybody.
Cheers. I don't drink, so you go ahead
and I know you don't, but and that's awesome. Honestly, like I said, we don't drink a lot here, but we do. We have a cocktail or two during the week, or the weekends rather, not usually during the week. And this one's a strong one. I think this is going to last me the whole show. Last week I made the old fashioned, and those have a little bit of a mixer in it. So this is straight up alcohol. So, but I wanted to try it.
In my drinking days, used to be a lot of Cuba Libres.
What is that?
Don Q, rum, or Bacardi, and Coke.
Oh, okay. Cuba Libre.
Cuba Libre.
Cuba Libre.
Yep.
I'll figure out how to speak Spanish someday. Alex says he never heard of spaghetti ice. Look that up, Alex.
It's a German dish.
It's a German dessert. It's basically
only
ice cream with
only
stuff.
In Helen, Georgia, and Germany you'll find it.
Good afternoon, Jimmy. Just got back from the resort hopping at the. Saying hi to you. Got done resort hopping. Okay, perfect. I saw the picture, John and Nancy, of you with the. They were like the Mexican Morta people, like the skulls with the sombreros and that. I'm sure I'm not saying that correctly, but they took some pictures. Yeah, the Day of the Dead, right? So that looked pretty cool. Where were you guys at with that? Were you in Epcot? It kind of reminded me of being in the Mexico pavilion in Epcot.
Probably.
Alex, I posted a video yesterday on spaghetti ice. So there you go, Alex. Go to Shanster Travels, and Shannon will show you all about spaghetti ice. And every time I look at it, I'm like, darn, I need to get some of that. It looks so good.
I know, right?
Neither of us have had chickens before. Terry just said, I think we should get. Can you incorporate 10 chickens into your day and make Moji, our dog, love them? I was like, why not? I don't know about making the dog love them, but 10 chickens is nothing. I had over 30 of them at one time. And Ashley, I'll tell you, she's got what, 24, Ashley? How many chickens do you have?
Yes.
24. They're really easy. Chickens are easy.
Like you
as long as you feed them and give them water.
Better than pigs.
Oh, way better than pigs. Pigs are temperamental. Are you going to be on Shanster's Live? Blaine's asking.
To be determined.
To be determined. Okay.
I tell him now, he'll
What
probably
kind
say,
of?
"I don't want to be there."
He says. Blaine says, "What kind of drink?" I can't get it to pop up here. It's not popping up, but I think he's talking about the Cuba Libre. It sounded like some disease. Why isn't that popping up? Well, it's stuck. We haven't frozen, so we're still looking good. Blaine's saying German ice cream. Yeah, that's not working, my chat. Oh, well. Oh, there it goes. There we go. Now it's playing catch up. German ice cream invented by an Italian. Go figure. Jimmy Eddie has been trying to speak Spanish for years. Oh boy, now Sean's getting to you.
Who let the dots in here? Who's your moderator?
Yeah, who let the ducks in? Who let the ducks out? Love those people at the Westgate Resort. Yeah, those are cool. I like those. Maybe I'll have to come and sneak one on the plane for my ride home. Put them in the tiki bar. Let's see. I will check it out. Thank you. Alex says the Gaylors are saying normally if you say spaghetti ice 3 times, Darian shows up. There you go. I like that. So no Beetlejuice. It's spaghetti ice, and we'll get Darian. I saw Darian yesterday. He had his moment in the Word yesterday. We stopped in and said hi. Anyone that came to Helen is welcome on the panel. There you go. So Shannon's saying, if you went to Helen, stop in, go up on the panel, and you guys can talk about the trip. Looked like a lot of fun, and I'm going to try to fit that in for next year. I know when is it? March 9th or 10th or something? 10th through the 12th?
It's going to be March 8, 9, and 10.
8, 9, and 10. So there you go. And
that means I get to celebrate my anniversary there.
And
you're going to spend your anniversary there?
My wedding anniversary.
Is there a chicken either of you do not recommend? I wouldn't get roosters. Honestly, just get all laying hens. You don't need a rooster to get eggs. But roosters are mean. They're very protective. We had a couple of them, and I had a hay fork, and let's just leave it at that. Blaine says, see you guys in a bit. Got to finish some chores before 7.
Those fried chickens.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, we had chickens when me and my brother were young kids. So after that,
where in New York are you from? Are you from Brooklyn?
Guess what? My wife is from Brooklyn. I'm not.
Okay.
I was born in Puerto Rico. I grew up in Miami. And then in 2005, I moved to Brooklyn with her. We met online in 2003. So we met in a bunch of times, a bunch of places. And eventually had a job traveling all over the place. And she asked me to move. So it was easier for me to move to New York than for her to move to Miami. So I ended up in New York City back in 2005. We got married in 2006. And recently, last year, we finally moved down to Georgia now because of the weather up there is creating havoc with my body. So that's why we're here now. But to me, Miami's home.
Yeah. That's quite a culture difference from going from the warm weather of Puerto Rico and Miami, then moving up here to the Northeast where it's just cold and wet. And
I got used to it.
I know, right?
Hi, Nick.
They cold, wet, and miserable. That sounds like me here too.
Yeah, well,
But
you live in cold, wet, and miserable like me, so.
but then again, it was like 45 today, so it's been melting like holy hell.
No,
Well, and
But
you're a mail carrier, so you're out in the crap all the time.
yeah, but hey, it's all good. I actually found something that I want to do more than going across the Atlantic on a ship. I'm thinking I'm doing. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. It's called the Canadian. It's a train that goes from Vancouver to Toronto and vice versa. So I'm just
Oh,
thinking
that
in my
sounds
head,
cool.
yeah, thinking in my head of doing that, and I'm going to be off July 4th weekend next year. I'm really tempted to get to Boston for July 4th there to be able to hear the Declaration of Independence read from I forget the name of the hall there that they read it from.
Bye, Vicky. Thank you. Vicky may know about that train too because she lives in Canada. But yeah,
Yeah,
and good luck with your chickens. Pick out some pretty
yeah.
ones, and
But no,
I expect to see videos of those chickens. So thank you.
oh yeah. But no, I got it lined up to hopefully, well, it's just plans for now, but hopefully meet
no.
Sean and Ilana right before I do my train trips across from the bottom to the top. And now I'm going to go from Sydney to Perth, which is 4 days, 3 nights. And then the next day in Perth, I board the train again, go from Perth back to Sydney.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah. That way I can meet the ducks in person. Quack, quack.
Do not recommend.
Eddie's
Go ahead,
saying,
Sean.
yeah, you're in for a treat, I think he's saying.
Yeah.
One is great to meet, but Sean,
Yeah. Nah, it'll be fine.
Vicky
I got
is
one day
saying,
set it.
Vicky's saying, right on, that's expensive, which is why Canadians go everywhere else.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not cheap, but I want to do it at least once. So I'm just thinking in my head, do I go from Vancouver or do I go from Toronto? Because I'm not paying. I am. It's not cheap on my Australian trains either. They are luxury.
Well,
Everything's included, and they're one of the only trains in the world where they actually do off-train excursions that are included in the ticket. So you jump on a bus, go somewhere, and then come back and reboard the train.
and what did we say earlier in the stream was live for today. So have a good time
Well,
while
hell
you're
yeah.
young and you're healthy.
Well, that's like why I was on about a month ago from that fancy castle in Ireland.
Yeah, that looked awesome.
I would
Nick,
never do it again because it costs way too much.
Nick came up in one of my live streams. He was in Ireland, and he was at this castle.
Ashford.
Yeah, it was awesome. Very cool looking.
Yeah. I would never stay there again only because of the price. For 3 nights for $2,100 US. No, thank you. Not that I don't like the people there and whatnot. It's just I'm not doing that again.
So you think he's an amazing bloke? I've heard different. I'm sure Eddie will agree with me.
Yeah. I'm looking for. Hey, unlike what other people say, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be. He's crazy, but it's fun to meet crazy people. Crazy makes the best memories.
Oh, very.
Right.
And then now, yeah. So nope.
Yeah, maybe you'll get to meet the rabbi.
Yeah. Hey, I gotta drop back down. Just want to jump up, Jimmy and Eddie, and say hi.
All right, Nick. It's good to see you, my friend. Stay safe. That's our good friend Nick P. Sean says, I think I see Nick on the correct side of the vehicle. Good job. You guys have it way backwards over there. You're underneath stuff. You're on the wrong side of the road. You live in the future. I don't know how you do it. It's crazy.
It's weird too.
Right?
Weird English.
John and Nancy say, I've never had any problems with Sean. He gets some poor press. There you go. Now, we are, of course, it's all in jest. I haven't personally met Sean, but we've been in several live streams together, and him and I were co-hosting Wednesdays. We were flipping back and forth there at one point. He was on at night, I was on in the morning, and then he'd come up and be a co-host, and then I'd come up in his the next week. And he's a great guy. I can't wait to meet him in person someday. So him and Ilana look like good people, like everybody that I've met here, including you, Eddie. I don't know what Blaine's talking about because I think you're a great guy.
Blaine is just full of air, hot air, big time hot air. I think Mallory, his wife, pump him up in the morning, and he stays for that all day. You know.
Mallory seems great. So,
Oh yeah.
you know.
I don't know how she deals with him all day.
So Jennifer and Andrew are saying they may be coming up to New England in August.
Nice.
Andrew's got family in Massachusetts, so yeah, you'll have to keep me in the loop because we'll definitely have to meet up and get together. There we go. Rabbi Yosel Schimmelhauser
Hauser.
says Sean is an awesome bloke too. Love it.
All three of you can block it together.
John and Nancy are saying hi to Sharon at Cruising Scene. Diane is here. Hi, Diane Phoenix. How are you?
Hello, Diane.
We were hanging out on a couple of lives earlier today. Well, in the chat. Thank you for coming in, Diane. It's good to see you. I usually see you in the mornings, but it's good to see you. The rabbi is crazy.
Yeah. Yes, Sharon, yes.
I prefer Rabbi Jason Sobel. Najuma says Sean is really nice, but like Blaine, he likes to start a little trouble.
A little.
Yeah.
A little.
John says it's hard to argue with the rabbi. We would love that. His family rented cabins in New York. Really? You'll have to let me know what part of New York you're in. Maybe we can, depending on when it is in August, maybe we can take the RV and meet up with you guys.
I was working a long time ago. I was working to Poughkeepsie. Poughkeepsie, I think it was in Massachusetts, north of it, close to the border with New Hampshire. And we went to the mall right across the state line, and I went all the way to Manchester.
Oh, really?
To Harley Davidson to get a shot glass and a shirt.
Yep, Manchester Harley.
Yeah.
I know it well.
Yep, went to that one.
Yeah, so I live, I'm probably 5 miles from where you went, maybe a little more. But, yeah, Massachusetts is, I'm 20 minutes on a slow drive on the highway to Massachusetts. We're about 45 minutes north of Boston. I live in southern New Hampshire, and the town that I live in borders. What's that?
Highway 93, I think it is.
That's it. Yeah. Interstate 93. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
The Manchester is it's the largest city in the state, and the town that I live in borders Manchester. We're on the southeast corner of Manchester, so it's not far at all.
When I was in my early teens, early 20s, late teens, early 20s, I was going to school in Miami, and I wanted to move to Boston. And then when I went to work up there, doing those remodels that we were doing, I was in the middle of the construction of the tunnels, all that stuff going on in Boston. And I went like, nope, no, I am not moving here. And then I eventually moved to New York. So.
Boston is Boston's a nice city to visit, but to work there, just like any city. I mean, imagine working in Manhattan. I used to play shows. I used to play shows in Greenwich Village, and if you don't plan your traveling correctly, you're gonna be stuck in traffic for hours and hours. It's awful. It's awful.
That's why traffic here, 75, 85, cutting through Atlanta is nothing compared to New York.
Yeah, Boston's similar, very similar to New York. It's bumper to bumper. I know I have friends that work in Boston, and they have to leave a couple hours ahead of their start time just to get to work on time. So let's see.
Like I said, Georgia is nice all year. Once you retire,
I've driven through Georgia. I've never stopped. Well, we got a flat tire in Georgia once. We had it repaired there, but I better behave. Miss Najuma is here. York, Maine. Are you going to York, Maine? That's even closer to me than New York. Oh, okay. So you're getting cabins in York, Maine. Got it. York, not New York. See, that was my fault. Renting cabins in York. Sorry about that. I haven't even finished this one drink, and look at I can't even
Yeah, we
read.
have family in Maine.
Maine
Recently.
is beautiful. We spend several weekends there in the summer. Najuma keeps them in line. She did on the cruise.
Good.
Diane says her brother has a big cabin for rent on the Finger Lakes. So that's a trip that Colleen wants to take this year. We want to go to Watkins Glen and go to some of the vineyards and check out the wine country over by the Finger Lakes. So that
There you
sounds
go.
like a lot of fun.
Oh, my ankle's still burning.
Oh, I bet. Are you taking anything like just aspirin or anything, or
I'm just letting it, just dealing with the pain.
how long you think it's going to last? Did they say that it'll go away soon?
No, this
Or?
is out of the 4 times that I've been there. This is the first time
Oh, wow.
getting this burning.
That's what last time it felt a little burning.
Well, in the injection side on the left side. This time it's on the right leg. I think
Nick says New Hampshire doesn't have a border with New York. That's Vermont, but the states there are so small. The drive is quick compared to the western states, and that's correct. So New Hampshire borders, we border Vermont, we border Massachusetts and Maine, and we also border Canada, Quebec, Canada. I can drive to Massachusetts in less than 20 minutes. I can drive to Vermont in about an hour or under. I can drive to Maine in about 45 minutes. And it's about a 3-hour ride, 3.5 to cross over into Canada. So, yeah, these states here are very small, and we can travel from state to state pretty quickly.
they're just long,
Yeah, yeah. But even compared to a lot of states, I mean, we're very small here. I guess that has something to do with when the founders were incorporating these states here. They weren't, when you get past the Mississippi, or, well, even New York is a big state. It takes 8 or 9 hours drive. It takes about 8 hours for me to get to Buffalo from here.
And
So-
from us, from Brooklyn all the way to Buffalo, it took us about 8 hours.
Yeah, it's a long drive. So New York's even a big state. But when you get out west, I mean, goodness, seems like you're traveling forever and you never cross another state border. Alex says he lives 10 minutes from me. That's right. You live in Manchester, Alex. I used to have family in Keene. So my son actually went to school there. He went to Keene State College. Keene is about an hour and a half from us. Yeah, an hour and a half. Which it's right on. Keene is right on the Vermont border. Vermont is a nice state. If you've never been there, it looks a lot like New Hampshire. It's a lot of mountains, a lot of green trees. Well, in the summer, it's awfully white this time of year. But there's a lot of lakes and mountains, lots of skiing and hunting and fishing, and it's definitely the wilderness. Nice though, very nice. Bonetire Travels, listening from Hondu Mex, our local amazing Mexican restaurant. Well, thank you. Thanks that you're still hanging with us. Nick says, I'm glad I flew through Boston and didn't drive there. Yeah, you don't want to drive there. Even a local like me, I kind of know how to get in and get out of there, but it still takes time. And if depending on the time of day,
It's a nightmare.
yep, depending on the time of day too, you're gonna get stuck. It's just nothing you can do. Najuma says, Donna Cruz says, I'd love to have to see how things go with my granddaughter the next month or so. Watkins Glen is very close to our state fire academy. Oh, okay. That's where the New York Fire Academy is. Gotcha. I would like to see the fire academy. I mean, being a firefighter, I've been to a few of them. I've been to the fire academy in Emmitsburg, Maryland, that's the big one. That's the National Fire Academy. I've gone there several times and taking several classes there. It's a nice campus. Sean saying, come on down. Here's the link to my live. I'll see you when you all get there. Oh my goodness, it's been an hour. We're just chatting away. So I want to thank everybody for coming in. I appreciate it. We're going to continue to do our Wednesday Hump Days cocktail hour as long as you guys show up. So I appreciate it. Eddie, I really appreciate you coming on. You're always welcome to come and sit on the panel anytime.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. I want to thank everybody in the chat for coming in. It's good to see you all. When I tell you that I appreciate and love all of you guys, please know that I mean that. That comes from deep down in my heart. Don't forget PMA, Positive Mental Attitude. Could somebody, do I have Sean or Najuma, can you share out Shannon's link? And we'll go over there in a minute and we'll do a raid over to Shannon's live. But yeah, PMA, Positive Mental Attitude. Don't forget, PMA will save your day. It saved mine, and just adopting a positive attitude every day, it pushes the negativity out. Pay something forward, buy somebody a coffee, say hi, give them a shake, a handshake. That is, don't go up and shake somebody. And just smile and say, good day to you. You never know what someone's going through, so you'll probably make their day by doing that. And don't forget the good old red, white, and blue, or the flag of the country that you're from. Always think about our servicemen and women and our first responders and the folks that have given their life to protect that piece of cloth, because it definitely means more than it's printed on. So, again, I want to thank Eddie Lugo for coming in. And Ashley was up with us, and Nick P, and everybody in the chat. I do appreciate you guys very, very, very so much. And we're going to head over to Shannon's. I don't see the link, but we'll have to find it over at Chancellor's Travel. So we'll see you guys over there, and we'll do the raid. So that's going to do it for me. I want to wish everybody peace and love from deep down in my heart. My name is Jimmy, and his name is Eddie. I'm your astute tourist. He's Eddie Lugo Studios. We'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.